Hey guys, can you get this intro done? Okay, we're doing this again. Mo! Guys, this is Tom Box.
Super professional.
Tom Box Hill, because this is Phil, but he's now P because I took his name. So, today we're gonna get you to showcase your Orcust deck profile. Why are we showcasing your profile?
Don't ask me. I don't know. I'm the only one that plays this fun deck.
Fun deck. Yeah, Orcust is a fun deck.
Yeah.
No, you gotta give shoutouts to someone.
Shoutouts?
Yeah, shoutouts to
I don't know. Everyone here.
Abe.
Oh yeah, Abe, the one guy in one of my only 2 feature matches, the one guy who asked for my profile. Thanks, Abe.
Okay, we're going in. We're gonna go. What is this?
It's my mat.
Get it from Walmart?
No, even worse, my closet. It's like 10 years old.
So, field center, very, very nice.
Yep.
Okay, let's get into this deck profile. Didn't we all of us have offered you a mat at some point.
Yeah. This is multi-purposed.
Oh, yeah?
I can use it for multiple things. I can play Yu-Gi-Oh! By day and go to the beach in the evening, so it's all good.
Okay, let's see your monsters.
Alright, so regular Orcust engine lineup, 2 Nightmare, pretty standard.
Standard.
3 Harp, also
high.
pretty standard. Oops.
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
1 Symbol.
Just
standard.
one? What if someone gets rid of it for you? Face down.
Doesn't usually happen.
doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't usually happen, but I don't know. If it happens, then I guess I lose. 1 World Wand.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all of the Orcust monsters that you play. Pretty small engine. I play 2 Ogre. I actually don't play Ash this format. I don't think it's too strong. I think Ogre's way better for LP hits and the 1 multi-roll now. So I'm trying not to play Ash and just playing the 2 Ogre instead.
Well, you still managed to fit a hand trap in. So.
Well, these are the only 2 monster hand traps because with another part of the deck, I'm trying to play as the least amount of monsters as possible. Okay. So only 2 Ogre. I still play the 1 Corbane and the 1 Candina.
1.
It's still 1 card combo. It's still pretty good to draw. Really good to draw, actually, because you save a lot of hand economy with it. You can still pop off with everything else, and 1 card combos are still what Orcust are all about.
Hate it.
Same thing, okay. Ibli.
Do you even give it to your opponent?
Most times, especially if I'm in like a tournament or something early on, if you're playing against Rogue. A lot of Rogue decks, it's hard for them to out this, and it chain blocks the Mermaid, which with this deck, you pretty much always get Mermaid to resolve, and you'll see with the rest of the deck. 1 Greffer and 1 Armageddon Knight. Just
the Dark Brothers?
Yeah, hey. Yes.
Brothers in the Hood.
Purely attribute Dark Brothers. Purely attribute. I don't see color, okay? All I see is their value, and they're very valuable. Very valuable. Especially Greffer. I actually search Greffer most of the time because you have a really high chance to draw an Orcust monster, and it lets you just get your Orcust in the grade before you even get to Mermaid, which is really nice.
Okay.
1 generic target for them because you don't always want to be sending Orcust. This is like a play 1 starter, or turn 1 starter.
Alright, let's use some spice.
Some spice? So I play 1 Gizmek. This card I actually really like it. It lets you grind in the later parts of the turns where Orcust kind of falls short in putting damage on board. So it's a quick effect, so you can use it on your opponent's turn and your turn.
So you can use it from your hand.
Hand or graveyard.
During your opponent's turn.
Yes, and the Banish 8 feels like it's impactful, but if you just take your Orcust engine out of the deck first, and then you use this, the rest of the deck is almost irrelevant as long as you get this body on board. Plus, it's level 8, which is relevant for the next card, because I play double Hydralander. So one of the big problems with this deck I noticed was the ceiling is really low. It doesn't matter how many extenders you have, you'll always end up on Topologic or Lingursu Galatea Crescendo, and adding something like these 3 just raises the ceiling of the deck that you can push through bigger boards and just... That's pretty much it. You just want to raise the ceiling, so if you open well, that you can actually do something with your good opening.
I want to see your combo, like what's the current Orcust combo? We'll see that after.
Sure.
On this towel.
Sure. Alright, that's pretty much the monster lineup. I try to play a minimal monster lineup with really few duplicates. The only dupes are actually the Orcust engine and I guess the double Hydralander.
I guess they get banished, right?
But the cool thing is you can actually if you drop Hydralander and you mill a second Harpora or something, you can chain the Harpora to get it out of grave and special something else, and the Hydralander will still resolve because you only have the 1 harp on resolution of the Hydralander. So you can fix your grave pretty easily too. For spells, the 1 of Foolish Burial, pretty good. Rhoda.
It's not platinum, Ray.
It's not platinum.
Can't ask for likes to change it up.
It's not common either. I want a common. If you have one, someone in the comments, please trade me a common. Rhoda, just for the purely dark attribute brothers. 1 Terra, 1 Light Stage, same thing. So both 1-card combos without sacrificing too much out of your hand, which is really good considering the rest of the deck. So I still play them. Plus the back row is really relevant still. And then I play an engage or a striker lineup. So
That's a lot of
Eagle boosters. So I play 3 Eagle Booster, 3 engage, and the 1 drones.
Why 3 Eagle Booster?
Well, the main part of the deck is you want Mermaid to resolve. So even before, I would try to play 3 engage and 1 booster, and I would just end up searching the Hornet, but I would always miss having the Eagle Booster. So hard drawing Eagle Booster is something I really enjoy now. So like, if you draw Engage and Eagle Booster, you can just go into the token, and then whatever monster you have, a harp, you can normal summon it, and then you can still you can play with 2 Eagle Boosters in your hand, and all your monsters, you can resolve them in the extra monster zone, which I can show later, I guess. Okay. So triple Eagle Booster is really valuable, especially with the Bomber Lock as well. So I really like triple Eagle Booster right now.
All right, moving on.
And then I guess not last 2 spells, but 2 Instant Fusion. Thousand Eyes Restrict is still really good to outboards. Almost always forces a negation. Trades 1 for 1 with things like Hot Red, and just makes breaking boards a little bit easier, as well as just being a free extender turn 1. Babel, because it makes the deck really just playable, honestly. I main triple Twin Twister. Are
you going second deck?
No, but I'm really scared of Guard Dragon. So I side heavily for Guard Dragon, and I just keep triple twin in the main to deal with more rogue decks or floodgates that I can't really out as easily. I'm still scared of mine, so I respect it enough to play triple twin. I'll see how it goes, because I haven't played too much in this format, but I don't know. It's okay for now. Triple Call by the Grave, pretty standard. Broken card. And then the other 2 hand traps, so I play 2 Ogre, 2 Impermanence, and the 1 Crescendo. This is, again, just to go with Hydralander. It's not a monster, it's a hand trap, and it's good.
This can search Gizmek.
Yeah, so this is actually really sick now, because not only can you negate when you set it, on your turn, you can either search the Gizmek or the Hydralander, and they're both legal to summon during your turn because you're locked into Dark Machines for that turn. So I really like that, and more often than not, I actually end up searching the Hydralander because it helps push on turn 3 so easily, and your mills are free easily because you've already taken your Orcust engine out of the deck. So I don't know. I like it so far, the Hydralander build. I guess onto the extra deck. Doo-doo token for a deck that I don't play. I guess I do play part of the deck. 1 Kagari, just for the Sky Striker stuff. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay. So I play Double Mermaid, as well as the Cerberus and the Phoenix. I really like Double Mermaid because you play the Ibli, as well as a lot of extenders past turn 1, and if this does get stopped somehow, let's say you brick, you don't draw the Eagle Booster, whatever, you can always go into the second one, and you could it's even happened where I've pulled out both Orcust Nightmares, and I've summoned the Ibli to go into something to push just for that little bit extra amount of monsters on board to go for game. Pretty standard. I always go this turn 1 to play around Hida, but Salad doesn't really seem like it does that much anymore. Triple Galatea, pretty standard. I don't like playing it at...
Guys, we need 10 likes right now, so I will rotate it back.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I did that actually. Maybe it's because they're supers and I want Konami to print commons. Please print commons, I don't want ultis. Yeah, 3 is good though. 3 does come up a lot actually, especially late game. Just to get stuff in the grave with like attaching with Dingirsu, and you just want it in the grave. So
I think people are just happier seeing that there's no Norlers in here and just ripping them on the board.
If I saw Norlers in someone's extra deck, I'd be pretty pissed too. One Langursu. This is real MVP now. I love summoning him. He really helps outing Crusadia boards or Danger Thunder boards. Really good card. Might bump to 2, but for now 1 is okay. 2 Dingirsu. That's all you really need. You're never really going to go into 3 because you can just cycle these back out of the grave. 1,000 eyes for the instant fusion.
I kind of want to bring this Dingirsu back. Here's a funny thought about this card that I watched you do earlier.
Oh, right.
You took 2 level 8s and you just...
So you can actually, you can hard make this with Gizmek and Hydralander, which does come up, apparently. And it's really nice, actually, sometimes, especially late game where Gizmek has banished most of your deck and you just have the Hydralander and the Gizmek. You can hard make Dingirsu to try to revive something that's banished. So
I just realized
interesting little tech.
How come Danger Thunder doesn't do this? We put up so many level 8s, and this protects the board.
Yo, calm down. I don't want this card to get banned. Calm down. They don't need anything else, okay? They don't need anything else. 1 bomber for the lock. I usually end on this turn 1 if I'm going blind.
I want to see what it had.
I feel like it's stronger than ending on Langursu, Galatea with the Crescendo, because I feel like you can hit a lot more decks with this way. The one quick counter trap negate is pretty good, but I like the bomber lock a lot better. And then I do play sword and Borreload.
Like that murdered me.
Yeah, Borreload's good going second. If you can't game them, it helps break apart boards and puts them in a really awkward position. For example, the last feature match where I took Colossus for some reason instead of the Archfiend. But that's okay. Don't worry about that. Yeah, still good. OTK helps break boards. So yeah, not much else to say. For the side deck,
you don't have to show your side deck if you don't want to.
I'm gonna get roasted so hard for this. It's okay.
That's it.
You know what? I'll show it just because I think it's not bad. 2 Pankratops, just generic going second cards. Good against Rogue. Good against Danger Thunder. Helps out a lot of things. I play 2. 3 is unnecessary.
The infamous triple gamma.
Yes, my favorite homie who loves me a little bit too much. Just always see him in my hands.
All 3 of them.
Really good this format. Really good. In the same vein as Ogre, popping the LP off the field is really valuable because they don't get the search and the body's not on board anymore. So they have to extend even further to put up seal or go into whatever else they want to go into. So I really like this. I side this second almost every time I play against anything. Good against Rogue. Kills Rogue, actually. But yeah, really good. Oh god. I'll leave those for the end. I don't want to... 2 Sphere Mode. I think it's pretty necessary. I only play 2 because I want to keep my Hydralander alive.
Doesn't work well in our local.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone for some reason texts Ring Dragon of Raw. So this card actually sucks. Don't play it. Double Mind Control. Really good against Rogue again and the Danger Thunder. Trades 1 for 1 with either Harbinger or Hot Red and helps bait out because half the deck is spells. So if you can bait out that Harbinger, it just makes it easier to play off with like Engage or something like that.
How is it in the mirror?
In the mirror? No one else plays Orcust, man. I'm the only one who plays this deck. Everyone else jumped ship a while ago. Triple Red Reboot. I think it's necessary because I tailor a lot of the side deck to playing against combo decks and things like that. So I main the 3 twin and I just side these in versus back row decks. Works. Yeah, trap decks.
It's good against Solemn Judgment.
Yes, really good against Solemn. Yes, yes. Quite good if you ask me. It's a counter trap. And then my unfortunate, not so spicy, lukewarm tech.
It's trash.
Double contact, see? That feels embarrassing to say out loud. Okay. I like it so far. It's average against a lot of things, so it's not a blowout.
Why are you playing no material?
That's a really good question. Why don't I play no material? Well, really, I play this because I feel like it hurts Salad a bit more. Salad can play at a gnome kind of easily.
Not this.
This really makes things awkward for a lot of people. So against Salad, they're forced to go into Hida. Against Danger Thunder, I always drop it on the Aggro Pain zone. So I let their LP resolve if I don't have another hand trap. And on Aggro Pain Summon, you can put it in the zone. And it makes things really awkward because you trade 1-for-1 with the Hot Red. And they have to figure out how to get rid of it. And if they do get rid of it with Saryuja, it makes going into Seal a little bit more awkward. So, and plus Striker, main monster zone, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, I want to see your combo, but we're gonna switch it up with a different mat.
What happened to the mat?
We got rid of it. It's over. It's gone. Okay, so we're gonna see some. What's the current version of the Orcust combo?
Yeah. So this is
Topologic?
yeah. I almost always blind Topologic if I'm going first. It's one card, so engage could be anything. Greffer, Armageddon. As long as you get 2 monsters on board, you can do the combo. It's like 1.5, I guess, because you have a discard, but that's yeah, pretty much it. So you'll activate engage, discard. Nope, not discard.
Whoa.
Search the Hornet drones.
Yep.
Activate Hornet. Token. Use the token. Go into Kagari. Kagari. So here, depending on your hand, if you have like a Harpour, I would normally take back the engage just so I can engage for the Eagle Booster and just normal the Harpour and go from there. But just purely, let's say you only have this as a starter, everything else is like a brick. You'll pull back the drones, activate drones, token, 2 monsters you get to play into Cerberus. I always make Cerberus first just to play around Hida, and the spell entrapment rule off Phoenix is pretty valuable. So Cerberus, Mermaid. Mermaid dump 1 card, doesn't matter what it is. Usually you want to dump a Nightmare, or not a Nightmare, sorry, an Orcust, so you can extend if this does get hit and you don't have any protection.
Or any sort of grave synergies.
Yeah, anything like that. You could Gizmek, anything like that.
Okay, summon out.
Some Orcust Nightmare. Link 2 into Galatea. Here, depending on like what kind of read you have, you can Nightmare first to Foolish the Harpour. If you're really scared of a hand trap, you can activate the Galatea on the Nightmare to spin it back into the deck. I'll usually do that for games 2 and 3 once I know they've sided in more like side deck hate, but for now I'll just do it like this where I won't activate this because it's better to shuffle back the symbol. This is the safer play, but I guess it's greedier to shuffle back the symbol. You can then you activate a Harp, special the symbol, link 3 for Longursu, activate symbol, put Galatea. Sorry, clean this up. Here you can activate Galatea targeting the symbol. So this is the greedier play where it's a lot easier to get punished, but I'll just show it this way anyways because I usually do this game 1 anyways. Shuffle back the symbol, overlay into Dingirsu. Normally I attach the Nightmare. You can attach Heart, but that's really greedy because if they do have some sort of interaction, you have to wait 2 chains before you can get the symbol engraved to activate it. So I'll usually attach the Orcust Nightmare just so I can get the symbol earlier into grave. And then that's link into... Oh, sorry. You do set the Babel off the Galatea. Forgot to do that, but don't worry. And then you end on... Bomber. Nope, that's not Bomber.
What the hell, man?
That's Bomber.
You're not getting fed tonight.
Oh, please. Please, Papa MST. I've misplayed so much. Yeah, so this is really like the basic Bomber lock where you have Bomber, Babel with Orcust Nightmare Engrave. You end your turn, draw phase. You can activate the Orcust Nightmare, Foolish the symbol. Usually I'll go for the Longursu, more oftentimes than not because you can lock back down the extra monster zone. So it's really hard for them to extend it into any plays without going into the extra monster zone. And more oftentimes than not, you do have the Eagle Booster set. So you can chain the symbol, and if your opponent doesn't have a response, you can actually chain the Eagle Booster to the Topologic Bomber. This will resolve, then you get your Longursu, and now your Topologic is unaffected by card effects, and your Longursu can't be destroyed by card effects, and you have the Quick Effect Send with 3 Engrave. Yeah, pretty strong.
That's pretty good against countering the Pankratops.
Yes, yes,
People do
really good.
Pankratops and
Yes.
everything, and and usually the bomber and everything just kind of blows up.
And if you do win the dice roll against Danger Thunder Dragon, if you do have this lock set up, it's pretty hard for them to break because they do a lot of summoning with
Crusadia.
Yeah, good luck, Crusadia. I hope you have a lot of Arborias. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So how many
I guess.
times do you actually blow up the board though?
If you're really greedy and you open up well, so for example, if you do open up with the harp and you discard the harp earlier on into the combo, you can foolish a world wand, and you can foolish the world wand to bring back the harp, and then just set up the harp in grave with the Orcust Nightmare off the attach, so you'll have both of these in grave. You'll still do this in the draw phase to get this, to get the symbol. So you could get 2 blow-ups, sometimes 3 if you really need it, but 3 is pretty overkill. I think you can, if you time it right, 2 should be more than enough, especially with the longer Susen. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil.
No problem.
You get a donut.
Oh my god, he's feeding me. Oh my, every misplay he doesn't feed me for 8 hours. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you.
Remember to smash like, guys. If you guys don't smash like, Phil's not getting fed for another 8 hours.
I've eaten enough glue playing Azathoth Turbo. This is a lot more fun. Please hit that like button. Please.
If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. Don't worry, we're actually not feeding him at all. He's feeding himself.
Glue.
And don't forget to hit subscribe. If you want to see more of this guy's face. It's real. It's not even his real face.
True. Thanks, Abe.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe, ding notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm probably in Germany by the time this video goes up.
Damn, no food for a week.
Hey guys, this is... Can't even get this intro done. Hey guys, this is Tombot's Hill. This is P. What happened to your name, P?
I ate too much glue and lost 2 in a row to Tom.
That's right. If you guys give this video 10 likes, I'll give 3 letters back to his name.
Just 10?
10 likes.
Don't make it anymore, bro.
Okay, so we got okay, I'm pretty sure we got 10 likes now. Phil. This is Phil's face.
This video gets taken down. Oh yeah. Oh shit! Wow.
Great.
Okay. Blooper section.